Well, we better get to our lesson.
Okay.
Our passage this week is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29. Let no corrupt word proceed out of your mouth, but what is good for necessary edification, that it may impart grace to the hearers. This is a tough one. What I get out of this passage is that we should be in control of our tongue. You see, when we speak, we have a choice to make. We can either choose words that build up and impart grace, as Paul puts it, or we can use words that discourage and tear down.
Man, when I read this, it really hit close to home. I'm pretty brutal with my words.
Me too.
I've never heard you put anyone down, Pastor.
Believe me, for a long time it was like my tongue had a mind of its own. I had to work very hard to gain control of it.
I need to get control of my tongue. It sure gets me into a lot of trouble. How did you do it?
Well, I finally decided to take God's word seriously. One of the best pieces of advice I found in God's word on this topic is in James chapter 1, verses 19 through 20. Listen to what he says here. So then, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. After I read this, I realized that my biggest problem is that I speak too quickly.
What do you mean, speak too quickly?
What I mean is, I speak without really thinking about what I'm saying. I just say whatever pops into my mind without thinking about it. So now I give myself just a few extra seconds to think before I speak.
That's it? That's all it takes to control your tongue?
I know. It sounds much easier than it is, believe me.
Oh, I'm sure it is. But I think I can do it.
Great. Let's make that part of your homework assignment. This week, be slow to speak and slow to anger. Give yourself time to choose the right words.
Sounds like a plan. Way to go!
Sorry, I didn't see it there.
Greg, you're like a bull in a china shop. Don't just stand with some stupid look on your face. Pick it up!
All right. Sorry, it was an accident.
This week, be slow to speak and slow to anger. Give yourself time to choose the right words.
Way to go, Joey.
So, how'd it go with your homework assignment?
It's a lot tougher than I thought it would be.
What happened?
One of the kids on the crew knocked over my tool bag. I tore him up but good.
Oh, man.
After I tore that kid to shreds, I really felt bad about it. I just wish I would have thought about it before instead of after.
Well, at least you're recognizing you're being a jerk. That's progress. Now look, your current speaking habits have been developed over your entire lifetime. You can't change that in a week. It's going to take a lot of time and a lot of practice. So hang in there. You'll get it.
Wow, would you look at that?
Oh, yeah. Wow. Ain't that?
Let no corrupt word proceed out of your mouth.
Ain't they a beautiful example of God's creative power?
What?
Beautiful women like that. Aren't they a perfect example of God's awesome creative powers? Don't you think so?
Yeah, I guess.
Why don't we follow God's example and practice our own creative powers? Let's get this job done. Well, we're almost done. Greg, can you grab me that last board over there?
Oh, man. The board's too short. How to be such an idiot?
That's an honest mistake. It happens to the best of us. Don't worry about it. Go and get another board and we'll finish this up.
That's just it. There is none. This is the last one.
Well, it's getting a little bit late to run to the store and be back here and finish this up, so let's call it a day.
I'm really sorry. Man, make us late for today and project tomorrow.
Don't worry about it. I'll stop at the lumber store on my way home, and we'll pick up the supplies we need. We'll come here early tomorrow morning, and we'll get this finished, and we'll have plenty of time to start our next project.
Thanks, Joey. I don't know what's been going on in your life, but these past few weeks have been great. Don't take this the wrong way, but when I first started working with you, it was really rough. But these past few weeks have been great, and you're actually a nice person to be around.
Well, thank you, Greg. I like working with you too. You're a good kid.
So how goes the Battle of the Tongue?
It's still a battle, but at least I'm winning more of those battles than I'm losing.
Well, don't give up. It's real easy to slip back into your old ways. This is a lifelong battle. But controlling your tongue does become easier the more you do it.
What's exciting? People are actually noticing the difference. Who'd have thought that such a little minor change could have a major impact?
A minor change?
What I mean is I've added a few extra seconds to choose my words more wisely instead of just spewing out whatever pops into my head. Those few seconds? That is what makes a huge impact.
Just goes to show you, God's ways are always best. If we would just do what God's Word says in all areas of our life, just think about how much better our life would be.